Right, okay, so we're back for the paired t-test. As usual, there's the link to the page in the presentation and the link to how to install the analysis toolkit. I assume we've already done this already. Okay, so we've got some data here, which we have seen before. We talked about this in the class. New product development team has changed the flavour of long-established ice cream. They organised a sensory panel with 10 people who tasted both samples, and they rated them scale of 0, they didn't like it, to 20, they loved it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to look at how to present the data. So we've done quite a lot of this before, so I'm going to skip straight to, we've copied the raw data into a new worksheet. Right, okay, so we're going to have a look at presenting the data. So I've already done the table formatting, put in nice columns, calculate the average and the standard deviation, made them a different colour indicator calculated, and then we can do our standard graphs. We would normally do a graph to describe the data. So we're going to insert recommended charts. We don't want scatter, we want that one, clustered column. Put that in there. And the other one we're going to want is the box and whisker plot. So again, we go to the usual place. So recommended charts. I'll have to go to all charts, go to box and whisker, click on OK. Right, so there they are, and they're not bad. So I'm not going to waste time by adding all the labels. If you want to see how they're labelled, you just go to this page, and there they are already done. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, I may as well talk about it now. We'll notice again that the Table 1 tells you what it is, and it says there's 20 participants, and it was 20 and they tested both flavours. In this case, the graph of the flavour ratings, in this case, the box and whisker plot. Okay, right, so going through to the paired t-test next. Now again, as in the previous video, I've already worked this out, and I've put a couple of images there, just reminders of what we did. Right, so in this case, we want the t-test to sample assuming equal variances. So we go to data analysis, and scroll down to find t-test assuming equal variances and click on OK. Right, so variable range 1 is going to be the old flavour data, and variable range 2 is going to be the new flavour data. Okay, we've set our alpha at 0.05, and we don't want a new worksheet as usual. We want to put it in a particular place. I'm just going to put it here because it's convenient, and we click on OK. And it all appears. Now, as mentioned, we've already got this information. So if we have a look at the analysis over here, we can see that the p-value is 0.0431. So that's smaller than alpha of 0.05. So on that basis, we can reject the null hypothesis. There is no significant. However, the difference is relatively small, so strong conclusions maybe should not be drawn on this basis. And maybe the test needs repeating with more people. Okay, again, there's some sample data here for you to have a play with, and there's some various things for you to do as well. So zoom into the Excel file, and the worked out data is here as well, but don't have a look at that until you've done the sample data. Right, okay, that's all.